Hi, welcome back to my video. Today we're going to solve the next puzzle, number 11. So again, we're going to go to the second one from the top, Advanced Logic Starters. And I'm going to do puzzle number 11. Um, okay. Um, when I start, I usually look for the spot where I could get a lot of the easy ones. So get the easy ones out of the way. Um, so looking at this puzzle, I guess these are some of the obvious ones here, but that's probably, I think that's about it. Just gonna, so I will go down to, yeah, around there. It really doesn't matter where you start, but, so I'm gonna pick my spot here. Okay, so I'm gonna start from here. So let me do this given ones, right? 4, that's there, right? Looking at the 2, that means one of the 3 will be a black space. And then looking at the 1 here, right? Since we have found one of the spaces will be a black space, we already found one, so the rest becomes gray, right? So that's 3. That's all given. Okay, 3 and 1, right? Difference of 2. I need to have at least 2 black spaces, but I could only have 2 because of the 2 here, right? Looking at this 2, right? The most number of black spaces I could have is 2. So I'm gonna have 2 black spaces here. That means looking at 3 and 1, 2 black spaces, so this will be gray. Since I found the 2 black spaces, that will satisfy the 2 here, right? So the rest of them will become gray, right? Now I got the 4, I got the 2 this way, I got that, 1, 2, 1, right, 2. Oh, there's quite a few. Okay, that's, right, okay. Here, that's 3, I got that, that's 3. Okay, anything else? Okay, here, right, 4 and 4, right, same number of the spaces, gray and black in this row as in this row, right? So I have 3 gray spaces here, so all the spaces here will also turn into gray. That will satisfy the 6 here. So I got that 3. Anything else here? I think that's it. Okay, that's it. So let me go somewhere else. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the 6 and 3, right? So 3 black spaces here, 3 gray spaces. Likewise for the 6 and 3 here, right? 3 black spaces, 3 gray spaces, right? So that, this is given. I got that. Anything else? Okay. Okay, so here too, the diagonal, I'm gonna look at the 6 and the 3, right? Looking at the 3, I could have 2 more black spaces in this area, right? Since I already found 1, right? 2 more. And then looking at the 6 here, since 2 of the spaces here will be black, right? And I need to find 4 more, so the rest 4 has to be black, right? So I have 2 here and then 4 there. Since I have 2 black spaces here, that will satisfy the 3, right? Because I have 2 black spaces and then third one here, right? So this will become gray. 4 and a 2, difference of 2. So on the right side, I need to have at least 2 black spaces. I only have space for 2 black spaces, right? So 2, so this will be a gray. That means I found all 4 here. I found a 2. I found a 5. 1, 4, right? Okay. Oh, okay, I like this one up there. Okay, I'll go back to it. 4 and the 2, right? Difference of 2, right? On the bottom, I see a black space here. That means I need to have all 3 of these will turn into black spaces. And the bottom will be turned into gray, right? I found that. I got that. I got the 3. Oh, I found 4 here, right? And then I found 3, that's 4. Okay, I found 2. Okay. Okay, same thing. Looking at the 4. 6 under 4, right? 4, right? Looking at the 4 here, I have 2 black spaces, so I need to find 2 more. So that means I'm going to have 2 more black spaces in this area. Right, 2 more. Now looking at the 6, right? Since I could only have 2 black spaces here, the rest 4 will all turn into black spaces, right? So if I have 2 black spaces here, so that will satisfy the 4, right? So 2 in here, and then 3, 4, right? So this will be gray. Okay, so I found a 3. That's that. I found a 3, 4. Right, I found all 6. Okay, so it seems like I'm gonna be done on this side. Okay, so that's done. Um, Here, 5 and the 4, difference of 1. I have a black space here, so that means I need to have 1 more black space on this side. So I need to have 2. I only have space for 2, so both spaces will turn into a black space, and this will turn into gray, right? Um, okay, before I do that, I just wanna, okay, you're gonna see this time to time. 6 under 4, difference of 2 and difference of 1, right? Um, Now I cannot go off the edge, but to the left side of the 5 and the left side of the 4, right? Those are all gray spaces, right? Um, and remember, the difference of 2 means I have to have minimum 2 black spaces here. 2 or 3, right? Okay, so let's just say I'm gonna have 3 black spaces, right? Here, for the 6 and the 4, right? Now, um, right? But that means to the left side of the 4, I wish I could go more, but um, to the left side of this, if you go outside of the edge, because the difference is 2, I need to have 1 black space to the left side of the 4, right? But I don't. Remember, along the edge, everything else out of the frame, they're all gray spaces. So it's impossible to have 3 black spaces there. So I could only have 2. Okay. If this is a bit confusing, please comment below, then I will make another tutorial just on this topic, because you will see this a lot. Okay. So that means I could have only 2 black spaces. So I have 1 here, and I'm gonna have 1 more here, right? To satisfy the 6 and the 4. Looking at the 6 and the 5, right? Because of the column to the left, right? Left of this, those are all gray spaces. I could only have 1 black space, right? In this column, right? But since I have 1 black space here, one of them will be a black space that will automatically satisfy these 2, right? So I'm just gonna give you an example. So let's say this is a black space. Let's just say for the 6 and the 4, okay? Then looking at 6 and the 5, I already found the black space here. It's already there. So this space will turn into gray, right? Then let's just say 6 and the 4 here. Let's say this is black space and this is gray. Okay, and then now looking at the 6 and the 5, difference of 1, we already found that 1 black space. So this will be a gray, right? So that means regardless of where the black space will land, this space here will always be gray. Okay, so let me just show it to you this way. Suppose you have a puzzle, you come up to this combination, 6 and the 4, difference of 2, difference of 1. Then you just know this will be black and this will be gray. Okay? Okay, so let me just put everything back. Right? Okay, and then I'll move on. Again, please let me know, right? And then I'll be happy to make another tutorial just on this topic. Um, okay, so okay, this I found that, right? A section for difference of 2, I have 2 black spaces. This one will be gray, right? So I found 5. I got all that, found that. 5 and the 4, difference of 1, I have black space on the bottom, so these two will turn into black spaces. This will turn into gray, right? Let's see what else. Okay, this is yeah, we probably don't need this to solve this puzzle, but I'm just gonna do it this way anyway. This is the harder way to do it. So looking at the 7 here, right, and then looking at the 5 and the 4, right? 5 and the 4, difference of 1, right? On the right side, there's only one empty space. Okay, so that means just looking at the 5 and the 4, right? I'm sorry. Okay, in this column, the most number of black spaces I could have is how many? 2, right? Because if this is 2, there will be 1, right? Let's say all 3 are black spaces, then I need to have 2 black spaces in this column, but I only have space for 1, right? So the most number of black spaces I could have, right, is 2, right? Then looking at the 7, because of this gray spot here, right, and now you know you could have 2 black spaces. That's the most you can have, right? And then the rest of the empty spaces, how many do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So since these 2, that's the most number of black spaces you can have is 2. The rest 5 must be all black spaces, right? Now since that's all 5. Now since you're gonna have 2 black spaces here, one of them here would be a black one. This is, I guess, somewhat advanced level, the one that I just did, and like I said, I don't think you need to know this to solve this puzzle. You could probably go the other way and solve that, but I just wanted to show you that one. You're gonna see many of those as you go up to the more difficult levels. So anyway, so I found the 5 here, I found the 2, 4, I found all those, I got the 3, I found the 2, did I find 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, I got the 5. 6 and the 5, difference of 1, right? So 1 black space on the top, so I need to have 2, so, right? And this is gray, so I got the 7, I got the 5. Oh, this is 4, right? Okay, I got 6 there, I found that. 7, okay, so one of them I found looking at the 7. Okay, we need to find one more black space, so one of them will be a black space. That means one of them will be a gray space, right? Since one of them will be a gray space, that will satisfy the 8, right? Yeah, because only one could be a black space or gray space. Okay, so I get the 6 here. I get the found 6 here too. Okay, so 4 and the 1, right? Difference of 3. So 3 here, 3 black spaces here, and then 1 gray on this side. Let's see, what else? Okay, so I get the 4 here, right? I get the 3, 6 I got there, I found the 4, I found the 5, and 6. So looking at this 3 and the 6 here, right? I get 2 black spaces for the 3, right? So that means in this area, I could have only 1 more black space, right? Since I already found 2, right? Remember that. Now looking at the 6 here, right? I have already 2 black spaces, so I need to find 4 more, but I could only have 1 black space in this area, right? Because of the 3. So that's 1, 2, one of them here, right? So it's 3. So that's 3, and then I have 3 empty spaces. So that means these 3 must be all black spaces. Okay? And this is 1 black space, 2, 3. So that will satisfy the 3 here. Right? I found the 6, I found all 4, I found 6. Okay, so same thing, looking at the 6 here, right? And looking at the 5, right? I can only have one more black space, right? In these two spaces, only one of them could be a black space, right? So looking at the 6, since only one of them could be a black space, the remaining 4 will all be black spaces, so they could have 6. Right, so I found the 7, I found the 8, right? So there'll be 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll satisfy the 5 here. So these will be gray. I found that. Found the 3, okay. 6 is done too, right? I got that. I found the 5, 4, I'm sorry. What else do we have? Okay, this one here, 3. I'm looking at this one, right? 3. And then I'm going to look at this one too, this 3 also. So looking at this 3, right? I could only have one more black space, right? In this area. Because I already found 1, 2. So only one of them here could be a black space. Looking at the 3 here, right? Since only one of these 2 will be a black space. 1, 2. So that space must be a black space, right? So that means 1 here between the 2. 1, 2, 3, right? That's that. Then I found all 5. I found the 3. I found 2, 4. I got that. I found the 3, 5. I got that. I got the 3, 5, 7. Should we do this? Okay. Number of ways you can do this too. You could do 7, right? Because of the 1, I could only have one of them. I could only have one black space in this area, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the rest will turn into black spaces. Well, you could also do this looking at the 3. Since you already found 2 black spaces here, you could only have one more black space in this area, right? Only one of these can be a black space. Now looking at the 7, right? You found 1, and then you could only have 1 here. So you need to find 5 more, and you have 5 empty spaces. So that means they will all turn into a black space, right? Now, of course, I could do this, but before that, since one of them is a black space here, 1, 2, 3, and that will satisfy the 3 here, right? And yeah, let's go ahead and fill those in. Let's just go this way for now. Let's do the easy ones, right? We got the 6, we got the 7. We found 6 there. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the 4 here, right? Looking at the 2, looking at this 2 here, I found 1 black space. So I can only have one more black space in this area, right? Since I already have 1. Now looking at the 4, right? I have 1 black space. I need to find 3 more, but only one of these could be a black space, right? So that means these 2 will become black spaces, right? Right. Now we found the 3. Okay. Now we found the 4. We got the 2. So this you could do a number of ways to 3 and the 2 difference of 1 black space here. So I could do 2 here, right? Or I could go this way. You look at 4 and the 3 difference of 1. So I need to have at least 1 black space. But I only have 1 empty space here, so this must be black, and the top one will turn gray, right? 3 and the 2 difference of 1. I have 1 black space, so this one has to be a black space. This one will be gray, right? So I found that. I found the 4. I found 4 here too. Okay, so difference of 1, 4, and a 3. I have 2 black spaces, so that means all 3 here in this column will become black. I got that. I found all those. I found the 6 I did. I found the 7. Right? I found all 4. I got that. Yeah, number of ways to like 4 and a 3 difference of 1, right? And I got 1 black space here, so I need this will be 2. Both spaces here will turn into black, and then this will be gray, right? I'm looking at the 4 and the 3, right? Also 5 and the 3, right? Difference of 2, and I have a black space on the bottom. So the top row, all 3 will turn into black spaces. So I found 3, right? I found the 3, I got that. I found 4, right? I found all 4, 5. Okay, I think I'm done on this side. Okay, here I got the 3, I found 3. Okay, I forgot the 4, I found all 5. I found all 5, right? 4 and the 4, right? Same number, so I have 1 black space and 2 gray spaces. So I need to have 1 black and 2 gray on this side too. Since I have 2 gray, this will be a black, right? So I found 1. I get the 3. Okay, looking at the 2, since this is a black space, I could have 1 more black space in this area, either this, right? So only one of these will be a black space. Looking at the 3, since one of them is a black space, 1, 2, right? This one must be a black space. Okay, I found all 4, 5, I got. Okay, so that was it for the 11. On my next video, I will continue and do the next puzzle. Any questions, please comment below. And have fun, enjoy. Thank you for watching. Bye.